It's day 246 of Life According to YoBo. If you don't have these books, go on and get it. Log on to YoBoProductions.com. Get you a copy of Life According to YoBo. I'm going to take you through 30 days, show you how to rid your life of mess, stress, and other people's BS. Then I'm going to show you 30 more ways to do it. And I'm going to show you the 246th way to rid your life of mess, stress, and other people's BS. We've had a glorious time in the life and death of Mattie, Bertha, Canton, Bowie. But I didn't tell you that story just to tell you the story of my grandmother's life. Now, you all are doing just what I want you to do. I want you to look at the story and see, where do I fit into this? Where does my family and my mess fit into this? Because I'm telling you right now, every family has mess. Don't think it's strange when you got mess in your family. Every family has some mess, some stress, and some BS. But what I was telling you about my grandmother, I want to explain some things to you about Grandma Mattie B and Grandma Lula. Grandma Mattie B did something stupid. That's understood. It was just downright stupid. We agree on that. There's a difference in doing something stupid and then just being mean and nasty. My mother and her siblings were the victim of a bad choice. But some of you grew up in a household where somebody was just mean to you. Somebody was just nasty to you. Maybe everybody had the same daddy except for you. And your mama didn't like your daddy. And you just happened to look just like your daddy. So she treated everybody one way, but she treated you differently because she had an issue with your dad. Or it could have been that for some reason grandma had to raise you, and grandma had raised her children already, and grandma didn't want to raise another child. But grandma did it anyway, but grandma really didn't want to do it. And grandma let you know that she didn't want to do it. It's all kind of things that happen to people where you are in a family and you're not being treated right. So now, what happens when people have not treated you right? You've lived your whole life being mistreated by a family member. It could have been a brother, could have been a sister, could have been an uncle, aunt. But now, the tables have turned. They're in a position where they need help. Oh, that's the way it always happens. It always happens. You live long enough and the same person that dogged you out, that person gonna need you, doggone it. They never made you their priority, but now they want you to make they rusty dusty a priority. And there you can, people. Got the same DNA. You don't want to do it. Some people say, that show is cold. YoBo don't say that's cold. YoBo says that's called you reaping what you sowed. You got to watch how you treat people, because the script will flip. And you may be on the end where you need somebody. Let me differentiate between two things. I'm going to be glancing down at my notes. If you were affected by someone's unwise decision, get professional help. But, tell your neighbor but, if you grew up in a household and you were bullied, you were victimized, you don't need to get professional help. Don't seek professional help. Seek healing. There's a difference. Okay? Some people got some issues they need to work through. If you were the one who got picked on, seek healing. Don't be bitter. I'm using Grandma Lula words. You can forgive. You must not hate. You must love. You must forgive. And you must get over it. However, getting over it does not mean you have to tolerate it. Getting over it does not mean you have to tolerate that person's mess, stress, and BS. Now that they're in a position where they need you. It's something like a relationship. You got to first get healed. Before you can help anybody, you got to help yourself. Even if you feel as though, well, I know this is what I should do because Big Mama needs somebody to take care of her, and everybody else live in another city, and I'm closest to Big Mama. Let me tell you something. You have to first get healed before you can help yourself. On an airplane, what do they tell you? When they're handing out the safety mask, what do they tell you? In the event of an emergency, help yourself first. If you have a child with you, then help somebody else. You have to be healed first. Look at it this way. You ever seen somebody in a relationship, they got mistreated, then they move on to the next relationship. And now they carry all that baggage into the next relationship. They had trust issues in the first relationship. So now if the next person come home 10 minutes late, they accuse them of cheating. They just looking through the phone. If the phone rings, somebody pocket dial them. Who's that calling you? Why they calling you? Just all that kind of crazy stuff from the previous relationship. They didn't heal. Then they brought that mess into another relationship. If you have to deal with a family member and you have not healed, you got scars from something that happened. I'm talking about something that really did for real happen. You have to heal first. Let's look at it this way. Let's take family out of it. I'm just going to talk about people, okay? Person A, mistreated person B. I'm using a broad word, mistreated. You can fill in the blank. You know what happened. Person B needs to get over it. How does person B get over it? You implement everything that we talked about for these last 15, 20 days in the series, not consecutive days. What are we on now? About part 20, 21. Emotionally detach yourself from what they did to you back then. As real as it is, as mean as they were, emotionally, you and your emotions, move on away. Seek healing. Forgive them. You're going to have to pray. God, help me to forgive. Because it don't happen like lickety-split. Even if you say I've forgiven them and you flash back on it, you will flash back on it and get mad all over again. It's okay. But you want that to be the goal because you have to release that sting of death. That was a powerful word that Mama used. Mama described it accurately. God, I never knew that hate was the sting of death. You ever been stung before? Oh, it hurts. It hurts. That's why you want to let it go. Then understand that once you release that sting of death, you're not obligated to deal with that person's BS. Even the old BS, you're not obligated to deal with it. What you did for you was for you. You want to move on. You want to get away from the sting of death. That's for you. It don't have nothing to do with person A. You work on you. Well, what about you work on you? If that means Big Mama got to find somebody else to drive her to the grocery store and take her to the doctor, her doctor appointments and get her meds for her, you work on you. Because even if you're doing all the right things, you still got that sting of death on the inside because you have not dealt with those unresolved issues. Once you release that sting of death, you're not obligated to deal with none of their foolishness. No, you're not obligated to deal with whatever their needs are. You're not obligated to do it. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. That show is cold. No, that ain't cold. No, that ain't. Right now, this is all about you. Because seeking professional help probably is the easiest route to go. But when we're talking about seeking healing, this is something where it's just you. It's just going to be you and this mirror working on it. This is hard right here. This is hard. Taking this path to forgiveness. I'm going to stop right here. But come back. Because some of you may be saying, okay, YoBo, I understand all that. But what if you still feel sorry for them? You meet me tomorrow on day 247 of life according to YoBo. Dealing with them people that done you wrong. Ain't that something? Now they need you. Will you look at God? See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.